Hey, we made it. We made it to this moment. I'm so glad you're here. It's this moment in music. My name's Hal Walker, and I'm freezing. It's a cold night in Kent, Ohio, and the whole town is just so quiet. Come on, Kent, hold on. You can survive this pandemic. Everybody, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My guest today is Leah Morris. I'm a big fan. I found her stuff on YouTube and immediately just fell in love with her songs. So let's hang out, let's explore the creative process. Let's lay back and just enjoy this moment in music. Everybody, it's actually the night before. I'm having a great time, yay! Okay, see you in a minute. Enjoy. Yes, the moment has arrived. The moment has arrived and we're here. We made it. Cyrus, you're here. Cyrus, you are here. Thank you. Sebastian, you're here. New Lone Wolf 12, you all showed up for me. Thank you. Again, my name's Hal Walker. It's this moment in music, not yesterday's moment in music, not tomorrow's moment in music, but this moment in music. Yes, and in Texas it is morning. It's morning here too, Sebastian. That was recorded last night. I went on a cold walk in Kent, and I bundled up. It was cold, and my hands got cold, and my face got cold, but it was worth it. I got out into the world, and the lights were there, and I was one of the only people in downtown Kent, Ohio last night. Hey, Nancy, welcome. Hey, I want to give all you guys I see a bunch of you are on YouTube. I want to give all the people on Facebook a quick lesson in YouTube. YouTube can be a little bit overwhelming. YouTube can get a little overwhelming for people that are used to Facebook. So I just want to share a couple things. In order to find YouTube, you go over to youtube.com and up in the search bar you put "This is Leah" or Leah Morris. Here, let me see. Here it is. You put Leah, "This is Leah." You find Leah's page. You go, "This is Leah." You notice up in the top left corner she has 1.6 thousand subscribers. That's what you want. YouTubers want subscribers. We want you guys to subscribe to us because we're putting content out there and we want people to watch. And then you'll notice she has all these uploads. There's a whole list of videos that she's created, and I think I have those sorted. You'll see over on the right it says sort by. These are sorted by popularity. So her most popular video is Heart Wide Open, so everyone can go listen to Heart Wide Open to start. That might be a good place to start, you know, if you get overwhelmed with all the possibilities. Here's another screenshot I took. The important one is that big red button called the subscribe button. That is the button that we that we YouTubers want you to press. Here it is. Let me see. I think this is it. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Where is that subscribe button? There it is. Subscribed. Subscribed. And then see that little bell by it? You want to hit the bell because that notifies you. So when I go live or when Leah goes live or when we post a new video, it is time to be subscribed. And anyway, that was your quick lesson in how to YouTube 101. I know it's a little scary, but I invite all you Facebookers to head over there and explore the amazing world of content that's there. That's where I discovered Leah. I mean, I didn't discover her. She was she was discovered long before me, but that was where I found out about Leah. And I want to share this morning, right away, one of the first songs I heard her do on YouTube was this song. It's called "Just As You Are." And I love it so much. I have not mastered the art of loving you just as you are, but I aspire to. I love you guys just as you are. Sebastian, I love you. Mike, you need this today, and I love you just as you are without changing a thing. And Sayetikin, thank you so much for the super chat. I love you just as you are. Everyone, listen to this beautiful song. Just bask in the bask in the care, bask in the beauty, bask in the warmth. Enjoy.
Just as you are without changing a thing. Just as you are, I accept you. I see you, I hear you, I welcome you in. Just as you are. Just as you are. Just as you are without changing a thing. Just as you are, I accept you. I see you, I hear you, I welcome you in. Just as you are. Just as you are. Just as you are without changing a thing. Just as you are, I accept you. I see you, I hear you, I welcome you in. Just as you are. Just as you are.
Yes. That is the theme vibe for this show. I want that to be the vibe for this show, for every show. Thank you all. All right, we're going to bring Lee on now. Enough of this talk. Thanks everyone for listening. Nancy says, great harmony. I know, I love harmony. I love harmony, and that's the trouble with the pandemic is it's hard to find people to harmonize with. So, but here we are in the virtual world harmonizing with all of you. I'm going to introduce Leah. Here she is harmonizing with herself. Another great message here, good enough. Let's listen to Leah Morris and then we'll bring her on. Another great message, everybody. Enjoy.
My hands are strong enough, they're strong enough, and I'm good enough. My hands are strong enough to give love. I know that my arms are long enough, they're long enough, and I'm good enough. My arms are long enough to give love. I know that my heart is wide enough, it's wide enough, I'm good enough. My heart is wide enough to give love. I know that my light is bright enough, it's bright enough, I'm good enough. My light is bright enough to give love. And my heart is wide enough to give love. I know that my arms are long enough to give love. My hands are strong enough to give love.
Leah, that is so sweet.
Thank you, Hal. Thanks for having me on the show.
You're welcome. It's a great pleasure. Do we have to be satisfied with harmonizing with ourselves these days? Isn't that right? Are you finding other people?
Say that for me one more time.
I said, can we be satisfied with harmonizing with ourselves in this pandemic world where we don't get to be in crowds?
Right. We got to make the best of what's around.
Yes, we do. Well, Leah, would you give us a brief introduction to yourself?
A brief introduction to myself. Well, I'm a human person on the planet Earth.
Great
I make
answer.
music. I mean, that's, then ... everything else.
I love it.
It's kind of day by day. I really have to appreciate your introduction because it was a perfect echo of a conversation I had with my 11-year-old son walking the other day. And I was quoting Pooh Bear. And I know probably everybody has heard this one. Piglet turns to Pooh and he says, Pooh, what's your favorite day? And Pooh Bear says, why, today, of course. And, keeping that mindset that this is the moment. This is what we've got. So
yes,
this is our opportunity to make the very best of right now.
Well, speaking of right now, Leah, would you bring us into the world of your music right now and sing something for us, or make some music for us?
Sure, with pleasure. With pleasure. And it's funny, I often will write out a set list, and I didn't today. I figured we'd have a conversation, and then we'd know what would need to happen. So, speaking of being in the moment, I was taking a walk in my old neighborhood, and there was a little dude, a very, very small child, across the street as I was coming like a block away from my home, and he was sitting on his tricycle. And he wasn't a kid that I knew, from my, I know a few of the close neighbors, but I didn't know him. I don't know his name. But we had this brief moment where it was like, you human. And he looked back, you human. No words were exchanged, just a little recognition, Here we both are in this early morning, a couple of birds and some plants. And isn't it awesome just being here? And so this song was born out of that moment.
Oh, I love that.
And it's called Ordinary Magic. Have you spent a lifetime looking to find a miracle or wonder that could change your mind? You ain't found no reason yet to believe, but maybe hope's got something yet left up her sleeve. Something beautiful, something natural, ordinary magic. Amazing that we have this chance to be here, to let our love banish fear and let our days overfill with ordinary magic. Have you felt the sunshine on your face? And have you heard the bird's version of Amazing Grace? Have you stood up on a mountain and tried to number the stars? Did you know that perfection is who you truly are? Always beautiful, always magical. Ordinary magic. It's amazing that we have this chance to be here, to let our love banish fear and let our days overfill with ordinary magic. Like wind chimes, a child's song, the whisper of wind in the leaves, the moonlight, the wide open arms of a sycamore tree. That's just ordinary magic. Amazing that we have this chance to be here, a chance to let our love disappear the fear and let our days overfill with ordinary magic, with ordinary magic.
Oh, Leah, I am speechless. That is just so beautiful. Where does that come from? Where does a song like that come from?
It's, like where all the songs we love come from.
Uh-huh.
I won't say not from us, but they're certainly gifts, right?
I know, they're
Certainly
gifts.
all gifts.
So I have a question for you. What would you describe a musical moment in your life? When did music first come into your life? Or
Well, I was born in music. Both of my folks are musical people. My mother is a singer. Her siblings, her whole generation was the Jones Family Gospel Choir, and they sang a cappella gospel music. And my dad played the trumpet in a soul band. This is before my time, but I've seen the pictures, I've heard the recordings. But I would say probably the moment when I realized how important music is and how significant it is as an energy, as a force. My dad is a super macho dude. He's like sports and sports. That's kind of it. That's
Sports
his
and
whole world.
sports.
Sports and sports. He still plays the trumpet from time to time, but he is just like quintessential macho guy. And a couple of friends of mine were at the house. I was probably 18, 19 years old. And they were playing this song. And the harmonies, the harmonies were so sweet. My dad stuck his head in. He was listening. And by the time the song was over, my dad had tears, not in his eyes, but like streaming down his face. This is not a common experience. The music had shifted something in him just for those few minutes. And I think let him feel a broader experience of his own humanity just for a few minutes. And then he went back to the basketball's on, but like the magic, that a harmony and maybe the turn of phrase or something in that song just gave him access to more of himself. That's the moment, that's unforgettable.
Amazing. Yeah, it reminds me of when I was just listening to you singing. It's like I wake up with all these, like, I'm thinking about health insurance. I'm trying to figure out this show, all these details, and it's like, and then I hear that all that magic you're talking about. Oh, I forgot about the magic. I forgot about the magic.
I don't think you've forgotten, Hal. It's clear. You got it.
So one thing when I found you on YouTube, I get the sense you were doing walks. You were writing songs while walking. And I have some experience with that, like going out on a walk and a song comes to me. Yeah. Was that a regular practice you were doing this spring or during the pandemic or something?
Yes. It was, I enjoy taking a walk, but I was walking kind of with questions, just like you were saying, like whatever it was of the day, there was some sort of immediate drama that I was trying to work my way through. And I would just go for this walk with a question or a hurt or whatever it was on my heart, and I'd be gifted a song, as immediate response. And at the time I had my cell phone, my iPhone with me. And so I realized that these were little chants, right? They were kind of just following the rhythm of my movement, but then they were layers and harmonies that wanted to be part of the experience. So I would just walking through my neighborhood, recording these layer songs on my iPhone. And man, I tell you, the word gift, the word blessing just keeps coming back. It really helped me stay focused, helped me train my heart and my mind on where I wanted to be, rather than getting wrapped up in everything that was going on around,
Would you like to try one of those layer songs now for us live, or
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Glad to do it.
We'd love to hear it. So Leah's been, my sense is getting a handle on this technology of looping and multiple voices. She's going to demonstrate some of that live for us.
Learning as I go, that's for sure. I like I said, I grew up in the same tradition as my mom. Actually, I was the one person of my generation. The rest of my cousins were less interested, but I totally gravitated to that whole a cappella harmony thing when I was a kid. And then I picked up the guitar when I was 13 and kind of never really looked back. And just this year, I've discovered that there are these communities. I don't know if you know about this, Hal, these kind of like guerrilla communities of people who get together and sing these very simple songs, and they learn layer parts. Are you hip to this?
I'm not hip to that. I live all by myself in a house in Ohio.
I hear you. I always thought of singing together as being a very, like a choir thing. It's this, you have... Either you learn the songs by oral tradition or you're reading them in church. That was my frame of reference for this kind of music. And then I just discovered there are a lot of little pockets of people getting together just for the joy of singing, not necessarily to perform, just to sing. And so a lot of these songs that have come to me this year are really, I think, ideal for that kind of gathering. And people are doing this on Zoom, even though everyone is muted. We're still singing together.
Wow.
It's an amazing discovery. So this song is one I haven't shared, I think, on Zoom yet, but it was written in honor of this tiny little piece of down, a little tiny little bird's feather that it had molted. And as I was walking, I just saw it. I guess it was kind of similar to seeing that kid, and just like for a split second fixated on it and felt like it had something to share with me and I had something to share with it. So that's where this song came from.
Well, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a talker, if you haven't noticed.
I'm going to give you the whole screen. Take over.
Right on. There's a story for every song. So this is called Little Feather. Ba, 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 ba. Little feather, I'm on my way, gone tomorrow, here today. Little feather, I cannot stay, I'm always moving on. Got to get somewhere, got to get something. I never stand still, why can't I stand still? Little feather, I'm on my way, gone tomorrow, here today. Little feather, I cannot stay, I'm always moving on. Got to get somewhere, got to get something. I never stand still, why can't I stand still? Oh, little feather, you know, little feather. Oh, little feather, I cannot stay. Got to go, little feather. Got to get somewhere. Got to get something. Got to get. I never stand still. Got to get. Why can't I stand still? Got to get. Ba boom boom. Oh, little feather, gone tomorrow, here today. Oh, little feather, I cannot stay. Got to go, little feather. Got to get somewhere. Got to get something. Got to get. I never stand still. Got to get. Why can't I stand still? Got to get. Ba boom boom. Oh, little feather, gone tomorrow, here today. Oh, little feather, I cannot stay. Got to go, little feather. Got to get somewhere. Got to get something. Got to get. I never stand still. Got to get. Why can't I stand still? Got to get. Ba boom boom. This poor little feather, so little gone tomorrow, here today. As I walk through the night, got to go, little feather. Got to get somewhere. Got to get something. Got to get. I never stand still. Got to get. Why can't I stand still? Got to get. Ba boom boom. This poor little feather, so little gone tomorrow, here today. As I walk through the night, got to go, little feather. Got to get somewhere. Got to get something. Got to get. I never stand still. Got to get. Why can't I stand still? Got to get. I wanna stand still.
Yes. Leah, you have been practicing. You can't do that without practicing. Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Thank you.
I love that. I want to learn how to do that. I'm not going to ask you about all the details about how you're doing that right now. We don't have time, but just know that I want a lesson.
Okay, you got it.
It's
You got it.
beautiful. It's
In
so
exchange
cool.
for a piano lesson.
All right, you got
That's the barter.
I love that idea.
Sweet.
Well, Leah Morris, this has been great. I think we have We have just a few minutes. I guess I'll ask one more question. Maybe we could have one more short song.
Sure, sure.
Oh, you know, I kind of want to play this "I Feel You" video.
Ah, okay.
Everyone, this is what you have when you head over to This Is Leah on YouTube. This is the kind of thing you get to look forward to. I'm just going to play this.
I see you, I hear you, I feel you. And though I can't claim to understand, I can stand still and reach out my hand and try to feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I see you. I feel the tears flow from the same source as my own. What a mystery. And though I can't claim to understand, I am listening. I can stand silent, reach out hard to the words of your song. I see you, I see you, I hear you, I hear you, I feel you.
Wow. So not only is the message so beautiful, but the whole production. I mean, you're a real content creator there. Did you do all that editing and the filmmaking?
Yeah, it's a thing I'm learning this year.
I know it's an amazing skill to have. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. And I really appreciate you, Hal. You can't know this, but the first song you shared, Just As You Are, and that song, I Feel You, you see really briefly my daughter, my eldest, in the end of that. And both of those songs I think of as being gifts to remind me how to relate to her. So that's
right.
That's,
yeah, I've got a daughter myself. I need both. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, this has been a treat. Leah, I want to introduce my next guest. I wonder if you know Melanie Damore.
I don't know Melanie personally, but what music.
Yeah, she's my guest on Friday. And I'm going to introduce her, then I'm going to bring you back to help me with the closing song.
Right on.
All right, here is Melanie Damore. This was taken pre-pandemic when we were in large crowds of people huddled together singing. Listen to this. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
All
indeed.
right. Everyone, I want to thank my Patreon supporters. And also I want to thank Leah's Patreon supporters. Head over to Patreon. Join us. So Leah, here's the song. We sing it every week. I'd like to teach it to you. I'll sing one line, and if you would reply with the same. Everyone, thank you. Tube, thanks for being here. Corbin, I'm glad you stopped by. Cheryl, I'm so glad you joined us from Facebook. And Nancy, I'm really glad you headed over to YouTube. It's such an adventure. Such a wild adventure over here. Everybody, so here's the song. We all sing along, and usually we sing in harmonies. So Amy, join us in harmonies. Corbin, join us. And Leah, sing after me. You've got a light inside you.
You got a light inside you.
Go on your way in peace.
Go on your way in peace.
So shine that light, the light inside you.
So shine that light, the light inside you.
Go on your way in peace.
Go on your way in peace.
The world is waiting. It goes high here.
The world is waiting
For the hope of another day. Or no, in the hope of another day.
in the hope of another day.
She will carry you safely.
She will carry you safely
Through the stumbles and the falls on your way.
through the stumbles and the falls on your way.
Just remember that I'm loving you.
I'm loving you,
And you're loving me.
and you're loving me.
So as you go, won't you go on your way now in peace?
Mhm. As you go, won't you go on your way now in peace?
Here's the whole song. You've got a light inside you. Go on your way in peace. So shine that light, the light inside you. Go on your way in peace. The world is waiting in the hope of another day. She will carry you safely through the stumbles and the falls on your way. Just remember that I'm loving you and you're loving me. So as you go, won't you go on your way now in peace? Leah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Hal.
Amy,
Start
thank
a day.
everybody. Amy, thanks for being here. Rachel, everybody. Tube. Have a great day. I hope to see you on Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Leah, stay on for just a second. I'll talk to you after the show. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Spread the word. This Moment in Music every Wednesday and Friday at 11 a.m.
Nice.
Bye. Oh, wait, Leah, let's just make sure that everyone knows. Oh, they already did. This is Leah on YouTube. Where else? Is it thisisleah.com?
Thisisleah.com, Facebook.com/thisisleah.
Instagram, This Is Leah.
Less
Less so,
active there.
okay. Bye, everybody.